Hello viewers, once again it is my pleasure and leisure to invite you once again by so having this ample, amiable and amicable time to demystify facts and dismantle the myths surrounding political, economical, social, health, and even spiritual matters. Once again, welcome at this political hour. Was Baba played? Or was he a victim of circumstances? Or was he beaten fair and square? It has been in public domain for the last 1 year. Guns were set ablaze for the top African seat, which is AU chairmanship. We had 3 candidates. One, retired engineer Raila Amolo Odinga. 2, Mohamed Youssouf from Djibouti, former prime minister, and Richard Rendekamala from Madagascar. There have been intense lobbying by so having diplomatic shuttle in and out of countries. We had our bloc, which is East African bloc, with 11 votes. We had the SADC bloc, which had 14 votes. Though Tanzania have dual membership of SADC and East African community, Rwanda also had dual membership of East African and SADC, and then we had got COMESA belonging to the Western Bloc. Indeed, everybody did his best by so lobbying for the votes, and we saw a special team, or rather outrage, from the Ministry of PS of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, headed by Singok, repute academician and diplomatic. We had our prime cabinet secretary, Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi, doing diplomatic shuttle on behalf of Baba. And then we had got Raila team Baba, his insiders, who are out, do and die to make sure that he clinches the post. Having put his best performance, the die was casted yesterday, and they went into election with the other 2 candidates, Mohamed Youssouf and Richard from Madagascar. Indeed, the battle was so fierce, because in round 1, Baba slaughtered, round 2 is slaughtered, and then comes round 3, some of the voters rescinded, either didn't vote or they voted in favor of Youssouf, but that didn't make Youssouf carry the day. They proceeded after round 6. So when Baba realized that the favor was not on his side, before being embarrassed to round 7, he put down his guns. And at last, Mohamed Youssouf from Djibouti was announced the incumbent African Union Commission chairman by so garnering 33 votes, which amounts to 2/3 of the total votes casted. Now the big question is, was Raila betrayed? Was he a victim of circumstance? Or was he beaten flat and square due to intense lobbying of the Djibouti's candidate? Now, there are factors, because I said yesterday that we are not going to vote a personality, but we are going to vote according to one economical interest, religion, affliction, and even DRC conflict, which played a very vital role for Baba losing the seat. One, the tweets from our president about DRC stand and the French president Macron had a diverse effect in Baba losing, because it is, when talking about Africa, we are talking about natural resources. We have got minerals, we have got lakes, we have got mountains, we have got wild animals for tourism. So every bloc has interest there. We have got European countries. We have got South and Northern America. And then when you are trying to taunt France, how are America feeling? What about the Middle East tigers, China, Indonesia, and the Japan and the rest? So it was all about economical interest, which was taunted first. And being that Africa was colonized by different countries, we have got France, we have got Germany, we have got Europe, Britain, we have got Italian and the likes. Everybody has his interest, and that's why we have these blocks. When you go to West African countries, we are talking about French-dominated countries. When you come to East Africa, Uganda, Kenya were under Britain, Tanzania were under German. When you go down south, there are different interests. We have got Mozambique, which belongs to Portuguese. We have got Zimbabwe, we have got Zambia, we have got Malawi and South Africa. So SADC interest played a very integral part. But the big question is, during lobbying and campaigning, Madagascar never featured anywhere. Why is it that after Kasongo tweet about DRC, his stand on DRC, is when Kagame, who promised to vote for Baba, went to SADC meeting instead of East African communities meeting? Because there was a meeting which was supposed to reconcile DRC president and Rwanda president. But Kagame never veiled and Tshisekedi never veiled. Instead, Kagame went to SADC. Last but not least, spiritualism factor. We have got Arabs who are like our Muslim spiritual fathers. And most of these West African countries belongs to Islamic faith. There are undertones that what made Muhammad Youssouf had an edge against Baba. One was him being fluent in Arabic, and then two, him being a Muslim, which gave him an edge. So while going back on the drawing board for the way forward, it's most likely scenarios are three. One, religious affliction and Arabic influence. Two, economical warfare. And then three, DRC factor. Because DRC is a hub. DRC has many natural resources. DRC is thinking in wealth. And everybody, every continent, every country has diverse infect. This M23 myth, this DRC whatever, those are just well-organized gang organizations meant to create chaos for these outsiders to come and loot our wealth. So unless we sit on the drawing board, we won't get anywhere. My position is, Baba is already welcome back home. Will he be a factor in 2027 election? Will he have effect as usual? What his presence this time round, will he be the determining factor? That is a topic for another day. But for now, Babu tweeted yesterday saying that Baba amechezwa kwa mara nyingine. You might take this on a PR basis, but if you try to digest it, Babu has been consistent of Baba being played. When he was in broad-based government, Babu was one of the guys who went against Baba's stand, and he went viral openly. But seemingly, there's something Babu knows which he doesn't know. So as long as now we have wounds, once someone pricks it in the hot nail, is when the can of worms will avail and the truth will be told. For now, let's wait and see. Baba's factor in Azimio. Next week we are going to see a lot of shenanigans and chaos about the Azimio verdict having majority now that Baba is back. I think Azimio team holded back their horses because of this AUC thing. But was Baba's relationship with Kasongo genuine, or was he using it as a ladder to ascend to power? Was Kasongo genuine, lobbying for Baba? These are scenarios which are likely to fold. But undertones are Baba was betrayed.